YEI, wholesaling real estate. I am Mr. Charles. Thank you for consuming my content real quick. So, leads. That's step one of the real estate wholesale process. We kick it in 6 steps, all right? Making it more similar, but for now, what we've been teaching is the 6 steps we work. Number one, you get leads. I'm gonna teach you that. Number two, you do research on the leads. I teach you that. Number three, you get the property under contract. Number four, you do an inspection. Number five, you market that trap buyers. Number six, you close. Rewind that back, play it again. One, you acquire leads. That means you're going to use online, offline marketing tactics to be able to attract to you your motivated sellers of real estate property. That means mobile homes, vacant land, residential properties, and commercial properties. Residential meaning single family homes, duplexes, tris, quads. Commercial property meaning anything, any apartment complex, 5 units or more, restaurants, gas stations, any property that is income producing. Commercial property, you can wholesale all of it. Yeah. So one, you acquire leads. There's different types of leads. Most believe this concept that all you can wholesale is distressed properties, people who need to sell now, properties who are in extreme rehab, negative. You can wholesale any property. Any seller that needs to sell now fast for cash and does not desire to go through a real estate agent or wants to sell to a normal person, you can wholesale the property. You get that property under contract, you sell that contract. They play by your rules or they don't play at all. So step one is leads, online, offline marketing tactics. You can do bandit signs, you can do flyers, you can do business cards. Online tactics you can get on Facebook buy-sell trade groups, Facebook real estate wholesale groups. That way you can post ads, we buy all property cash, attract motivated sellers and attract motivated wholesalers who are willing to JV. Or you can just double assign or triple close their deals. You gotta find an attorney that can be able to do that. That means the wholesaler has it under contract for their buyer, they put it under contract to you, under a purchase sale contract, and you go ahead and purchase sale contract that to your end buyer. You got to have an attorney who could be able to take that end buyer's money, close out the first contract, close out your contract, and close out that contract. But if you can find an attorney who can do it, you're in good shape. Same thing with double assignments. The original wholesaler has the property under contract with their seller. They assign it to you, and you assign it to your buyer. A double assignment. Find an attorney that can do it. That's how you get your money. That's step 6. Step 1, leads. Remember I said online marketing techniques, online, offline marketing techniques. Offline, put out bandit signs. Put out business cards, flyers that say we buy all property cash with your phone number. Individuals who have property they like cash for will call you. Boom. That's how you hit step 1, leads. Online, you get on Facebook. You add yourself to buy, sell, trade groups in your local market and in other hot markets. Right? You post your ad. You go to the discussion tab. You click and you type we buy all property cash and you put your phone number and you post that every hour on the hour. You market. You post your signs out every day, every morning before the traffic goes to the intersection so all the traffic can see your sign. Where you have to get up early to put out the signs? Maybe yeah. We have to post every hour online? Yeah. But think about the compensation. One deal, $20,500. One deal, 10 grand. And after that one deal, you can take that cash and you can scale. You can outsource. You can get a virtual assistant from the Philippines who you pay $2 an hour, part-time, $20 a week. That's $40 a month, $40 a week, 4, 8, 12, 16, $160 a month for a virtual assistant who can work for you part-time, 20 hours per week. That could be Monday through Thursday, 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. But that virtual assistant, they can handle all the calls that come into your phone number. It doesn't have to be your cell phone number. That can be a call rail number. Go to that website and get 40 free numbers free. Or it could be a Google Voice, or it could be a text now. Both are apps free, or a sideline number. Google Voice, text now. You can put that number on your online marketing campaign. Then you can put that on the offline marketing campaign materials, meaning on your signs, your flyers, your business cards, on the buy-sell trade groups, what you freaking dang right. In the discussions, in those big groups with 20, 30, 40,000 people. You put we buy all property cash, you put that Google Voice number, and now you pay this assistant $40 a week now to go and answer all those Google Voice phone calls and call them back and screen the sellers. Find out where the property is, how much they want, if there's any taxes, mortgages, and liens. Boom, that's it. Yeah, you can find repairs. Yeah, you want to find repairs and get that repair estimate and all that good stuff. Most likely, if you're just starting off, you ain't going to know that. All right? And the only way you usually do that is you'll call a bunch of guys who are handymans, contractors, to get a bunch of free estimates on that property or other properties that are like in an area. If freaking dang 3 contractors tell you that this house, All right, it's gonna need $20,000 in work. If one contractor says it's gonna need 20,000, one says it's gonna need 21, and one says it's gonna need 19. All right, you can just about round up and say that house is gonna need 20 grand in repair. And if it's a 1,000 square foot house, you can go ahead and say it's $20 per square foot to repair a house that looks like that. You can do the same thing with a bunch of houses. Before you know it, you know the repairs. You ask them, what is each thing going to cost? What is it going to cost to paint this house? What is it going to cost to repair the roof? What is it going to cost to repair the plumbing? What is it going to cost to repair the electrical? If you're looking at a house, all it really is exterior condition, interior wall condition. Let me run it back. Exterior wall condition, interior wall condition, plumbing condition, electrical condition, roofing condition. That's really the main ones. The outside of the property, the inside of the property, the electrical of the property, the plumbing of the property, the roof of the property. That's pretty much a property. Doesn't have any taxes, mortgages, and liens. Boom. So what's the condition of the outside walls? Any holes in the walls? They say, nah, it's Gucci. What's the condition of the inside walls? Any holes in the wall? They say, yeah, a few walls got anger punched holes in it. You say, all right, what's the condition of the plumbing? Anything stopped up? They say, nah, everything's running smooth. You say, what's the condition of electricity? They say, oh, you know what I'm saying? We have a solar panel, but we also has the wire coming from the city. All right? And that's about it. What else you got? That's all you ask. Exterior walls, interior walls, plumbing, electrical, roof. All right? Go ahead, yeah, ask about the water heater. Go ahead and ask if it's central air AC or not. Ask the condition and age. Yeah, you can ask the condition and age of the freaking dang, the AC unit and water heater. Because, yeah, your buyer's going to want to know all that. You know? But you don't really got to play the game like that. You can play it like nonchalant. Like, look, I'm just selling. I'm selling as is. If you like what you see, you like it or you're not. We skipped to step 5. Once you start marketing to attract your buyers. So let's run the steps. Step 1, you got leads. Online, offline marketing tactics. You put out banner size flyers, business cards. You went on Facebook. You posted in buy, sell, trade groups. You attracted wholesalers. You may be doing JVs. You had that wholesaler, all right, doing JVs. You moved to step 2, which is research. That means you went online either to the tax assessor site or you went in person or called up the property appraiser site and you said, yo, I got these properties. Can you tell me who owns it? If you got a big list of properties, it won't be very wise to call the tax assessor site. It'd be wiser just to go online and freaking look it up on your own. But either way you do that, you figure out who's the owner of that particular property and where they live. Who's the owner where they live. That's step 2. Step 1, get the leads. Offline, online marketing tactics. Step 2, all right, figure out who's the owner and where they live. All right, they're either going to live in 3 places. They're going to live in that house, but clearly it's a vacant house, so it's wrong. It'll say that they live in the house that's your target house. That's an owner-occupied property. You're going to have to skip trace, get a private detector, go on Facebook. You're going to have to do something on the internet to find that seller. And then make them a call and then ask them, yo, I see you got a house for sale. I'm interested in buying your property. I pay cash, I close quick. And then boom, you put the balls in their court. Either way you find a way to be able to bust that. I'll bust that script again. That's being able to get to them, call them via Facebook, Instagram, social media, somehow, internet. All right, you find them in the phone book, even though they're in-town owner, you find them and you call them with the intention to say, hey, I'm buying houses. I see your house. I want to buy your house. I have cash. I can close quick. And you leave the ball in their court. Either they want to sell it or they don't want to sell it. They're going to say, no, I'm not trying to sell it. Or they're going to say, yes, thank you, I want to sell it. And in that case, say, all right, what's the least you'll take? You know, and they'll say, sale price, $30,000. You're like, is that the least you'll accept? They'll say, yeah. You say, all right, let's do it. And here's the catch. Here's what I say, the script. You say, all right, we're going to do it all legally. You and I, we're going to sign an agreement. You selling to me $30,000. Give me you say this, you demand this. Give me 14 days to look over the property to make sure what I really want. For my budget, with my repairs. And then I'll give you a call. And that's it. They might ask questions, what are you giving you a call for? So you can close with my attorney. So you'll say, look, we're going to do everything legally. We'll write up an agreement. You agree to sign to me for $30,000. All right? Give me 14 days to look over the property, do a title search, look at estimate the repairs. If everything look good, we'll close to my attorney. They'll call you to pick up a check and sign over the deed. The ball's in the court. You can script that. Get that script. They're going to be like, if they're motivated, they're going to be like, yeah, let's do it. And they're going to sign that contract, sell to you $30,000. You just lock yourself in. You got the right to market the property in your contract. You should have it. You got the right for doing the 14-day inspection period. And you can waive an earnest money fee if you're good enough. I do in my contracts. Hit me up about them. I'll give it to you. All right, free. But yeah, you bust that. They sign that contract. Now you got merchandise. Fast forward that times 100. Now you got 100 properties on the contract. Now what? Now you go out and you market them. Step 1, get leads. Step 2, do research. Property appraiser site or call on the tax office. That tells you who owns it, where they live, who owns it and where they live. They're either going to be they're going to be an owner-occupied person. They're going to be an in-town absentee owner person, or they're going to be an out-of-town absentee owner. That's how I see it. All right, the owner occupied, put them to the side. You got to skip trace or find them online. The out-of-town occupied, You either got to skip trace, you got to send somebody in that location to go knock on their door. Let's say I'm in Avon Park, Florida, my seller's in Georgia. I got to find a wholesaler in Georgia, find a real estate agent in Georgia, find somebody I know in Georgia that send them to knock on that seller's door, doom, 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 put me on the phone with them so I can say, yo, I'm in Florida, I want to buy this property you got over here. I got cash, I can close quick. You in Georgia, I can have your money wired to you. What's good? The ball's in their court. Yes or no? Either they want to sell what's in Florida or they don't want to sell. You can use that script or wind it back, play it back. Yeah. So out of town, but you don't want to focus on those two. I didn't. We focus on the third one, the ones who are in town absentee owners. The ones I can just go jog, run real quick. All right, Marine Corps 300 PFT. Run over there 3 miles to their house, 18 minutes, 20 minutes, knock on the door and say, hey, I buy properties. I got cash. I can close quick. I'm interested in your house. Balls in their court. Yes or no? You didn't want to sell, they don't want to sell. For land, mobile homes, single family, duplex, tri-quad, 5+ multifamily apartment units, restaurants, gas stations, even parking lots and malls. It doesn't matter. Property. They just sign this paper they want to sell. They locked in 14 days, and now you go market and sell it. Step 1, get leads. We set that online, offline tactics, banner signs, flyer, business cards, online tactic, freaking dang, Facebook buy, sell, trade groups, Zillow, Realtor. All right, all those different type of listing sites. All right, define leads. 2, we said research, figure out who owns it, where they live. They either gonna live in the property, got to skip trace, property tech, find online, or find online. You're gonna have 2 in-town absentee owners. You're gonna go to them, knock on their doors, or you're gonna go to them, put a letter in their mailbox, or you're gonna go over them. You're gonna find a way to call them. All right, and then you got out-of-town absentee owners. Same thing. You gotta send a letter, send a body. All right, find them online. All right, either with those are your leads. Number 1, you move to 2, you do your research. That's what you had to do before you even sent the body out there, put a letter over there or knocked on the door. You did your research, find out who owns it, where they live. Then you went to step 3, contracting. I bust that down to visit, pitch, offer, contract. That's how you work those steps for the third step. Once you get to step 3, once you got your leads, once you did your research, next is to get the contract. You got to visit, pitch, offer, contract. Visit. That means your energy. You either send a letter in their mailbox, visit, you make them a call, or you visit, you send somebody out them. You pitch. That means if you put a letter in their mailbox, your pitch is in the letter. If you go and knock on the door, your pitch is in your words. If you send a body and they put a phone on it, your pitch is over the phone. All right? And you know my pitch, simple as that. Hey, look, I buy houses. I like to buy your house here in Avon Park. I got cash, I close quick. What's good? That's a pitch. That's a pitch. Or it could be the old pitch I used to teach. Good afternoon. I'm the real estate investor, Chris U. Charles. I'm interested in buying your property on Wiggins Avenue. That was the proper greeting of the day. Proper greeting of the day, what you do, who you are, what you want. Good afternoon, or good morning, or good evening. I am the real estate investor. That's your title. Chris U. Charles, what you want? I like to buy your property on Wiggins Avenue. Are you interested in selling? And they say yes, and I used to teach 3 if I was used. If I was winning off your cash, but the closest title clear, would you interested in selling? Yes. If I was winning off your cash, the closest title clear, what's the least you accept? They'll say a number. I said, if I was winning off your cash, but closest title clear, is that the least you accept? I used to teach that. I called it 3 if I would use in the close. And whatever they said, I said, great. All right. Look, now I know you want to sell. I ain't ran my numbers. I'm going to run my numbers. Either I'll accept your offer, have a counter offer, we'll sign a contract, go through the attorney and close. Sounds like a plan. That's what I used to say, but now it's even simpler. Yo, I buy property. I like to buy your property. I got cash. I close quick. And then what's good? That's what I got now. But you can choose whatever one of my scripts you use. I've used both and they've been successful. So boom, that's step 3. Visit. You would have pitched. You would have bust. They would have gave you an offer. You would have gave the offer back. You would have run your numbers. Did an ARV formula. You can find that all over YouTube. ARV times 0.7 minus repairs minus fee. All right. And you give your offer. And if they accept your offer, if they're your energy, if they're motivated and they want to sell now faster cash, they'll go ahead and sign that contract with you. Boom. That's first 3 steps. Then you move to the last 3 steps. Step 4 is inspect. Step 5 is market. Step 6 is close. Step 4 is inspect. Really what that means is you're going to acquire marketing materials. You're going to acquire marketing materials. That means you're going to get the photos and videos of the property. You could have the seller do it. You could do it. You could send a body to do it. I prefer to have the seller do it. Or myself go out and do it. Seller call up. Yo, call up a marketing material. Yo, I see a sign that says we buy all property cash. Yo, I'm interested. I say, yeah, man, I'm buying all property cash. You know what I'm saying? I'm buying all property cash. I close quick. What you got? They go and tell me, oh, I got this piece of vacant land. I need to sell it. Bee-boo, bee-boo. I inherited it from my grandma. It's behind on taxes. I don't want to pay it. Just give me like freaking dang $500 for it. I'm like, bet. All right, look, I can buy it from you. I'll buy it, but we're going to do it legal. We're going to sign the contract. I'm going to do my little work, title work. I'm going to look up research, the zoning department. Since it's land, I'm going to say something like that. I'm going to look up the zoning, and I will close with my attorney. You know what I'm saying? They're like, all right, bet. We signed a contract, 500, 14 day. What I do? I gotta go do what now? Said I got the contract. I gotta do step 4. I gotta inspect. I might tell them, hey, look, man, I don't got a lot of time. You mind getting out there, taking some photos of the land and then send it to me? I may do that before I even contract the property if they call. That's the way to go ahead and get to step 4. Or you might just go ahead and step 3, get the contract, and then go out yourself and just snap, photo, record 360 of the video. If it's a piece of land, snap pictures of the land. All right, little video, record. If it's a house, snap pictures of the property outside, the roof, then go inside, snap pictures of every room, then 360 around the outside, the inside of the house, so that your buyer can see it. Same thing with every other building. All right, that's how you do step 4. You get those photos, videos, and it'll be wise. I do it. My wife does it. We do it. We put those properties on a Dropbox link. It can be any shareable link, Google Drive, Dropbox, whatever else is out there. But you put it on a shareable link. That way, when you do step 4, which is market, that means when you do the same thing you did to get sellers, get leads, but you do it to get leads for buyers. That means you put out flyers, you put out business cards, you put out freaking dang bandit signs. Instead of saying we buy all property cash, you put cheap house for sale. If this is a piece of land, 500, I put cheap land for sale, 1,000 or 1,500, and I put cash only phone number. And I put signs all around the neighborhood, put flyers all around the neighborhood, put business cards around the neighborhood. I might go online to Facebook, buy, sell, trade cup, and put the same thing, cheap land for sale, 1,500, cash only phone number. I might network, call up real estate agent and say, yo, you ain't got anyone who want to buy some cheap land, 1,500? If you find somebody, I'll break you off half. I'll give you 750. I'm a wholesaler. Explain what wholesaling is, or send them your YouTube videos or something. Either way you market, step 4 is simply market. You put out bandit signs, flyer, business cards, you post online, advertising the property, you attract the cash buyer. They're gonna call you up, they're gonna say, yo, I see you say this cheap land for sale, 1,500. Where it's at? You give them the address, send them out there. You can't do it like that. If they're hungry enough, they'll buy it. Or you can say, hey, look, I'm gonna have a showing tomorrow, 12 p.m. You're free to come out then. Hang up. And now you say that to 50 guys who call you. And now tomorrow, 50 guys come out to this one piece of land, and you let all these 50 guys go look at the land. And you tell them, yo, it's 1,500. First person to sign the contract, put $1,000 cash in my hand. Well, since this is land for 1,500, you might not say 1,000. You might say first person to sign the contract, put 10% in my hand, set up payment plans with attorney, wins the house. This was 3 steps. First person to sign the contract, put 10% in my hand, set up payment plans with attorney, wins the property. And it's gonna be real. If they want the property, they're gonna put that 10%. So if it's 1,500, they're gonna put $150 in your hand cash, earnest money deposit. They're gonna sign that second purchase and sale agreement, all right, for $1,500, plus that $150 in your hand. It's a bonus, all right. And then what? They're gonna be waiting for you to 3-way in with the attorney, so the attorney can tell them the property is gonna be clear once they buy it. Then the attorney's gonna tell them how to pay the money, either come in or wire. And that's step 6. That's the close. And let's say you did step 1. You got leads. You put out bandit signs, flyers, business cards. You marketed online. You got leads. Let's say you did step 2. You researched, or you drove for dollars. You did step 2. You researched. You figure out who owns them, where they live. You did step 3. You visited them, sent a body, put a letter. You pitched them in a letter or over the phone. You made an offer. They accept the offer. You got the property under contract. Step 3. You move to step 4. You got some videos, photos. Put it on a shareable link. You move to step 5. You marketed online, offline the property. Attracted buyers. They started calling, wanting to see the property, send them to them. And now, out of all 50 that sent them out to see the property, one wants to buy it. They sign a contract, put 10% in your hand. Now you move to step 6. Now you need to close. That's just a matter of you calling them. If you're assigning it, that means purchase sale agreement, assignment, you got to go through either attorney or a title company. If you're double closing it, you got to go through a closing attorney. A double closing simply means you got that contract signed with 500 with that land seller who's motivated, who's behind on taxes, all right? And you got this contract signed with the land buyer for 1,500. All right. All that means is when you double close it, all right, you're just taking those 2 contracts to the attorney. They're gonna take this cash, close your deal first, and then close your second deal and pay you the leftovers. That means it's gonna take 1,500, pay you 500, 1,000 remainder they're gonna send to you, and they're gonna go ahead and close out your deal. Take this cash from his deal, close this deal, close your deal. They take the cash from this deal, close their deal, close your deal. That's it. They take 1,500, close this deal. Now you own it, and now they go ahead and they close it to him. Now he owns it. All right. If it's a house, it's the same thing. House on the contract for $100 grand, and then you got it on the contract for $100 grand. That means the seller agrees to sell to you, to me, Chris, you charge for $100 grand. I'll go ahead and I market it for 110 grand, and I sign a contract. I sell to cash buy 110 grand. They take this 110 grand, close my deal. I own the property, and then they go ahead and they close this deal. He owns the property. I get that 10 grand balance. That's real estate wholesale. Go YouTube other people. They're gonna say the same thing. It might just say it with different words or less effective speech or more effective speech. You see someone more effective than me, send it to me. That way I can learn. All right, ask your questions down in the comments. But that's step 6. You call the attorney, tell the company, you say, yo, I'm a wholesaler. All right, I got a property that I need an assignment closing to take place for. Or I got a property I need a double close and to take place for. I'm looking for an attorney. That's it. That's their job. They should know how to do it. They should know about double closings. I called the one in Sebring. I called like 4. They didn't know what they were doing. The 5th one, they was like, yeah, we do double closings all the time. We do assignments all the time. And that's it. If they don't understand, you couldn't educate them. They're like, I need a double closing to take place. That's more favorable. You know, people don't know what you make. You know, let's say 100 on the contract, 110. Yeah, double closing to take place. They be like, what do you mean? About, look, I got a property. I got a seller who want to sell to me a house for 100 grand. All right. Now I got a guy who want to buy that same house from me after I buy it for 110 grand. But I just want to do a simultaneous closing. He's already ready to pay me 110 grand. I just want to he's ready to pay right now. I just want to take that 110 grand. I want to take it, close out my deal. All right, buy my deal for 100 grand, put in my name, and I just want you to go ahead and sell it to him and put it on his name. So double closing. Close the first contract, then immediately close the second. All at the same time. They'll be like, yeah, we do that all the time. I got you. Because people do it. They're out there do it. Wholesalers are making money. Or I got an assignment. I would say, hey, I got this property in the contract for 100 grand between the seller. Hey, I found something else. I don't really want to buy it. Or I don't want to lie and say I found something else. I'll be like, hey, I'm not really interested in buying it myself, but I got an assignment clause in there. I got a guy, he wants to buy the contract and he wants to close it. I signed the contract for 10 grand. I got the contracts right now in the email. I got the guy, he's ready to buy. I got his phone number. I got the seller who's ready to sell their phone number. I got the seller phone number. I got the buyer phone number. The buyer's ready to buy, the seller's ready to sell. I just need an attorney who could do this. And that attorney's gonna be like, I'm ready. They're gonna give you their email. They're gonna ask you to email the contracts. And they're gonna do it. If it's an assignment, they're going to go ahead and they're going to acknowledge that assignment. They're going to read the contract. Seller agrees to sell to you. Call. Hey, you trying to sell to Chris? Me? Mr. Charles? They're going to say, yeah. And they're going to acknowledge that assignment. They're going to call the buyer. Hey, I see you got an assignment. You signed for $10,000 to buy this contract for Mr. Charles. Is that true, buyer? He's going to be like, yeah, I'm buying that contract for $10,000. Unless you double closing. They're going to be like, hey, you trying to buy this property from $110,000 from Mr. Charles? He's like, yeah, I got the cash. I'm ready to go as long as the property cleared. They're going to say, yeah, the property going to be clear. The property's clear once it's paid off. Hey, everything's being paid in that price of $110. You're going to get the property clear. He's going to be like, all right, Gucci, what's the wire information? Attorney's going to get the buyer the wire information. He's going to wire in 110. They're going to close out the first contract for 100 and go and pay my 110. You know what I'm saying? That's a double close. It's more attractive versus, hey, I hear you buying this contract for $10,000. I do a double close if it's $10,000 or more. If it's something like $2,500, it'd be like they'll call and be like, hey, I hear you buying this contract for Mr. Charles for $2,500. I hear you buying this contract for Mr. Charles for $1,000. They're like, yeah. This dude always get these great deals. This dude got me this $110,000, this freaking name $300,000 property for $100K, and all I gotta do is put $10K in cosmetic repair on it. Yeah, that's a deal. You know what I'm saying? I got on the contract $100K. I'm freaking dang assigning it for $2,500. Or I got on a contract for $100K. I'm double closing it for $110. But it's worth $300. That's a deal. That's the 6 steps, man. I busted it out in, 22 minutes? You know what I'm saying? If you rewatch that over and over and over and over again every day, 3 times a day, you're going to get the concept, the steps, those 6 steps. I'm making it more simple now. But I'm just giving y'all what worked for me, those 6 steps. 1, get leads. 2, do research. 3, get the contract signed. 4, inspect. 5, market. 6, close. 1, leads, online, offline marketing techniques, bandit signs, flyer, business cards, Facebook, buy, sell, grade, trade groups, realtors, Zillow, stuff like that, real estate agent, get leads. 2, research, online property appraisal site, or call the tax office. 3, get the contract signed. That means visit them, send a body, put a letter, pitch them in the letter or over the phone, offer. All right, ask for their offer, ask for what they're asking, and give them an offer. If y'all come to an agreement, that means negotiate, contract, sign that contract, you locked in. Clap yourself on the back. You got merchandise. Repeat that. All right, now go ahead and step 4, inspect. That means get the photos, videos, have the seller send you photos, videos, or you go out, take photos and videos, put those on a shareable Dropbox link. Step 5, market. Do the same thing you did to get leads. You do offline, online tactics, banner signs, flyer, business cards, Facebook, buy, sell, trade groups, advertising cheap house for sale, cheap land for sale, cheap mobile home for sale, teach 3-bed, 2 for sale, cheap restaurant for sale, teach mall for sale, price with your phone number, Google Voice, text now. And then what? Step 5, they'll call you. Talk to the buyers, give them the address, send it to them, or either send them all through at once. All right? The person's going to contract with you, going to put the earnest money cash in your hand. You move to step 6, you close. You call up that attorney. Yo, I need a double close. I got this woman want to sell to me for $100 grand. All right, I got this guy want to buy that same property from 110 grand. I got 2 contracts signed with each. Lady selling me for 100, man selling me 110. I need to double close. Can y'all double close this? Yes or no? No. Move to the next one. Yes, I bet. Email the contracts, email the phone numbers. They're gonna call the seller. You want to sell to Mr. Charles 100 grand? Yeah. You want call the buyer? You want to buy Mr. Charles 110 grand? They say yeah. They go ahead, they're going to take that 100, they're going to give him the wire information, tell him it's clear. You're going to wire 110, give him 100, give you 10. Or you assign, yo, I got this person want to sell me for 100. I got a assignability clause. I don't want to buy it, but I don't want to let the deal go. I got this dude, he wanted to buy the contract from me for 1,000. He signed that sign for 1,000. I got his number, I got her number. We ready to go right now. Buyer just waiting for you, the attorney, to tell him that everything Gucci. And what they're going to do, they're going to call the seller, you want to sell for 100? Yeah, they're going to call the buyer and be like, hey, you want to buy this contract for 1,000? They're going to say, yeah. He's going to wire in 1,000, 100. The deal's closed. This is Mr. Charles of the Charles House. Repent, for the kingdom of heaven's at hand. Like, subscribe, share with your homies who need this knowledge. All right, ask your questions, ask your comments. Reach out to me. God bless.